It was the largest tornado outbreak in U.S. history. Over a 4-day period, the National Weather Service confirmed 358 twisters in 21 states, from New York to Texas. On April 27, 2011, delivery man Jimmy Jones found himself right in the middle of the chaos.
It was F4. It was over 180 mile an hour winds, I was told. But it got wider after it had just touched down, probably a half a mile from where I was at. It looked like it was 250, 300 yards from me when I first saw it.
Jimmy was driving his delivery truck down the interstate. He thought he only had one option, to make it to an underpass.
They say get in a ditch, but one of that magnitude, I would have never survived that. It was sucking things up out of the ground. But I felt led to go to that bridge, and I knew I had to get there. They tell you don't get under a bridge. That's the worst thing you can do, but when that's all you got.
Once Jimmy made it to the underpass, the tornado was already on him. Jimmy remembers in the midst of the storm, he called out to God.
I was praying that the Lord save me. I'd get out of the truck, jump over the guardrail and start up that hill, and that hill is about as steep as these walls in this home. And me trying to run, and the wind's already hit me in the face and throwing things. I mean, there's debris coming at me. And I mean, I'm digging, trying to get up that hill. And I didn't think I was gonna make it.
When he made it to the top of the underpass, someone was already there.
When I got up under there, I see this fella sitting on this blanket. I was scared out of my mind. And I run up and got right in his face. I said, "Sir, we gotta take cover, it's a tornado." And he looked at me and he stood up, and it was like everything. He said, "Is that right?" And that's all he said. And he said, no concern. It was just like, "What are you worried about?"
Deep within a crevice under the bridge, Jimmy grabbed a piece of metal pipe attached to the concrete.
It felt like a piece of metal up in there, a metal rod that was further back up in there, and I just grabbed it.
Debris pelted Jimmy's back.
It felt like somebody stabbing you in the back with an ice pick. And then it had some draw to it. It tried to pull you out. But I was far enough back up in there, and I remember I was pulling hard into that V, and they were tied up against my shoulders.
After what felt like an eternity, the wind finally ended.
Out from that little cubby hole that I was in, I remember looking and seeing him stand back up over there. I didn't see him get up under anything. I didn't see him crawl out from under things. It's just when I got down and looked over there, I seen him stand back up.
Soon after the twister left, emergency personnel arrived on the scene.
I saw my truck tore up. There were people screaming. Paramedics and police were there on the scene right already. There was a lot of cars flipped upside down, tore up in the road and stuff. The paramedics were looking in the vehicles, and they were asking where I was, and I heard them, and I stayed up there. There wasn't no blanket up there, there wasn't no man up there.
Jimmy says God taught him a few important lessons in the storm.
God is and has been wonderful to me. He's a loving God. He's a caring God. He's my Lord and Savior. Here we need to be doing things for him, because when it's all said and done, nothing else is going to matter.